What you're going to need for this project: some cutters and some weather strip you can get from any hardware store. First rattle we're going to look at is the A-pillar. So pull your A-pillar off. What I did was I took a little bit of weather stripping, it's foam. You can stick it on the inside and then reattach the clips. They won't go anywhere and they will not rattle. So if you have all those on all three of these, replace those and then replace the A-pillar. That will solve a lot of the vibrations. Most likely once you take your A-pillar off, you're going to have to replace these because they probably will be brittle and break. So plan ahead, maybe going ahead and get 4 to 6 of them from Subaru. That way you don't have to run to the store like I just did. This is the big one. It's going to cause a lot of vibration. So when you have the A-pillar off, just reach around the corner and pull this up. It will show the clips that run alongside the top of the heater. So what you're going to do is put padding right in there. What I did was I put a piece of strip right where the two pieces meet at in the front. It'll limit a lot of the vibration on here. Do this on the left and right side. Vibration 2 up front is the glove box. Open your glove box up. See the top clip right here? You're gonna want to wrap a little bit of electric tape around it. You'll have to get some scissors and probably cut the electric tape in half widthwise so that it'll wrap around the top of the little horseshoe connector. Try to wrap the electric tape as tight as possible so there's no kinks in it, so it doesn't bind when it tries to close. It took about 3 inches. It's about 1/2 inch wide. It'll still move a little bit, but it's a hell of a lot better than it was. The other rattle is going to be on the inside of the steering column. Right where my finger is, you'll find one little screw you'll have to take out. And then basically you just pry and the bottom will fall out. You just have to take it around the release there and you're out. The top won't rattle as much as the bottom. There is a plate on the bottom. So what you can do is run the padding on the inside of that plate. So you'll have to obviously clean it off first, or you can run the padding on the bottom side of that steering column cover, which I'd probably recommend because it'll probably stick better to the plastic than it would the cold metal. So the plate will be on the bottom side right where that chart is. So I just put it on top and bottom of that. Alright, I'm going to call this backseat paranoia. To make it easier, you want to take out the rear seat. There's 2 parts to it, the rear pad and then the actual cushion on the bottom. You've got bolts here, here, and there as well. And then in the front here, there'll be a bolt there. And then right here as well. Take that out and then the rear seats will come out. You can also put a piece of rubber or the foam under here so it prevents a little bit of rattle. Like I did so. I'll probably put it on the other side just in case. Another rattle that I found is actually in the seatbelt cover itself. This will actually move. So I had to disassemble this whole thing. This piece will actually pull and pry off. Once you'll have to take a screwdriver and pull this piece off, and then there'll be a bolt like so that you'll have to pull off. Once you pull this off, this whole piece will fall out. There'll be a screw right down there, and also one right in here you'll have to take off to access this panel. First, set the height of your seatbelt. You'll have to pop this cover off and then undo this bolt. So after you pull the A-pillar off and put all your little weather stripping on all those, which won't take you too long, you'll have this Have to pry that off. And now you can see that this is gonna, and then I wrapped electric tape around it and it will not move. You'll have to set the seatbelt mount where you want it because it won't be able to move when the electric tape's on it. But I mean, I don't have usually anybody in my back seat, so it doesn't matter to me. But set it where you want it at. Basically reinstall this. And you'll be good to go.